All right, folks, welcome back. So this is going to be an extremely short video. If you haven't already noticed, I posted yesterday that I had an injury that prevented me from putting anything up on Sunday and Monday. So I was going to do a YouTube video, but you ever do something or begin to do something and you just get this little voice saying this is going to be painful but you still do it? Well, that was me. This weekend I was playing with the dogs at the top of the steps, which is already a bad thing. But before I went outside the bedroom and was throwing their toys around and make them run around and chase them, I put some ankle socks on, and they happened to be a brand new pair of ankle socks. And I remember thinking to myself as I was putting them on, I was like, man, these things really feel slippery. I need to be careful going down the steps, because one set of stairs in our home has carpet and the other sets are not carpeted. But either way, I was thinking to myself, I got to be careful because I could easily slip on the steps if I'm not careful. Fast forward, not 5 minutes later, I'm outside the bedroom. I'm tossing Bailey and Bella their toy around. They're chasing after it. And it goes down to one of the split levels. So I start to dash towards the top of the steps because I want to run down and beat Bailey to the toy. Well, I don't have good footing. And my foot rolls right over the front and edge of the step. And I literally go up in the air. And I remember thinking to myself as I was up in the air, I was like, oh no. It was kind of like this. Yeah. It felt like I had, hang time. And I came down one of the steps, the corner of the step hit me in the center of my back. Another step hit me on the neck. So I landed flat on that. And I sprained my right hand. Almost tore the fingernails off my left hand trying to catch myself. And thankfully, it fixed one of the stiff parts of my back, and the center of my back has been nagging. I felt it pop when I landed on the step, so that part of my back actually doesn't hurt. My upper shoulder area into my neck and my right wrist is what's plaguing me, so it's a little bit nauseating. Most of you probably don't care to know all this details, but that's what happened. So as a public service announcement, don't run around your house on the steps, and certainly don't do it with socks. So anyway, getting on with this. I'm probably not going to be able to do the YouTube video again tonight, so I just want to rest, and we'll see if I can get one up tomorrow. If not, it is what it is. So we're looking at the dollar index, and you can see we are retracing back down into the old volume imbalance here. And we also have a buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency from this candle's high and this candle's low. So in my mind, I'm thinking that it needs to find some support here. Otherwise, if we trade down below this low, this is probably going to act as a breaker. And then we'll want to clean up some of this and maybe dig into that volume imbalance here in this buy side imbalance. To me, I think it still could turn around and go higher, but that's me giving it basically the benefit of the doubt, not really having much more except for the short-term sentiment. And this high isn't all that terribly exciting, but if it runs here, it could run that one. So what sets the stage for this? It needs to find some support here and create a rally into tomorrow. If it fails midpoint of this candle's low and this candle's high, if it falls short of that or hits it and really rejects that, then we're probably going to run below here. And then that to me isn't so bullish. On the hourly chart, you can see that daily near-term buy-side imbalance, sell-side inefficiency, and this is that old daily volume imbalance. So do we dig into that a little bit more? If it does, it could rebalance at this order block, which also has this buy-side imbalance, sell-side inefficiency. which is also real close to consequent encroachment, which it looks like it's already hit. I haven't measured it, but it looks like it's basically there. Eyeballing it, that would be enough for me. Do we rally from here? That's what I would want to see. But if it needs to go below this low one more time, if it does, it needs to strongly reject that and then come back above here. And this should act as a short-term bullish breaker. Then we can aim for something up in here and maybe in here, and then maybe if it's going to go higher, I don't know. But if it does, we'll be looking to see it run through 93.70. If we break below the buy side imbalance, sell side efficiency discount low here, then obviously this is the sell side liquidity pool. It's resting below that. It would be targeting it because we do have a potential market maker sell model. Now, the sell models aren't always a run down here. We could be seeing it just coming back to this level here and then resume going higher. So that's the other stage of a potential market maker sell model, where it doesn't take out the sell side liquidity. It just accumulates here and turns into a market maker buy model. 15-minute time frame. Again, nothing real exciting in here. Nothing real exciting at all, actually. Sell side liquidity here, back down into consequent encouragement of the daily buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. Moving on into euro dollar daily chart. Now, this is the opposite of what we saw on the daily chart for dollar index. Almost completely closed that in on the sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. It would need to strongly break in here in my mind, because otherwise we've taken this sell side liquidity out, and below here we rallied in. This is justified, it's reasonable. To come all the way back up here just to balance that and take the buy stops here, I don't think it's necessary. And the reason why is we have this old high and we've already taken those stops. So can it happen? Yes. Is it likely? Not so likely. But if it does go here, again, it's like I'm expecting here. It needs to be a strong break. If it runs up to it here, or the rejection block and just fails to get above that high, that would be another scenario. But I'm still looking for this in here, and that's what I'm sticking with. I'm sticking with that analysis. Nothing in here indicates that we've turned the corner. So it's one of those times where you have to draw a line in the sand and stick with your analysis. And sometimes sticking with your analysis, if you're trading with it, will result in a losing trade. It doesn't mean that your analysis is flawed. It doesn't mean that you are a terrible trader. It just means that you have the wherewithal to stick with your analysis until proven otherwise. And that's a skill set that you're going to need to develop over time. And it's not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing, because you're going to need to be able to trust yourself, and also trust, even when you make a bad decision, and I'm capable of doing that, it doesn't break the overall model, and you can still come back from it, and it doesn't end your career. All right, hourly chart on euro, just a little bit more. It could have completely closed in on that sell side imbalance, buy side efficiency on the daily chart. And if we just roll over from here, which may be asking a lot in here, but if we break down, we have a small little imbalance here, but look what we have, relative equal lows. So we have sell side there. And to me, I like that because it looks like it's just building in the support idea here. Lots of stops are pulling right below there, and we already know what's resting just below that also. A deep run into that daily relative equal lows. 15-minute time frame, again, nothing really exciting there. Relative equal highs, they cleaned that out today. Trading at the discount low of the sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency on the daily chart. Premium high, discount low. And finally, British pound versus US dollar. Completely rebalanced all this sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency back into a potential bearish order block. So again, I'd like to see it break sharply, take out the relative equal lows in here. Otherwise, if we trade above the short-term high, this becomes a bullish order block. If we take out this high and trade back above and come back down into this, that would be a potential bullish order block, and I'd have to put this run below this low in here on the back burner, and we may be running for the buy side here. and then that premium fair value gap. But I'm favoring the sell side for right now. All right, cable, hourly chart. Just to me, this actually looks bullish on the hourly chart, but it might be just bullish enough just to take out these relative equal highs, then reject and then trade lower. Again, that may be asking a lot of this pair because that's a lot of liquidity up there. So it's very hard for me to dial in on what side I would actually trade with at the moment. But for commentary's sake, I'm still favoring the sell side. So it could go up just to go down, running the buy stops here, and then rejecting and coming back down. Watch the consequent encroachment of this wick here. Find the midpoint, extend it out in time. You might want to stab into that and leave this high in here. All right, on the 15-minute time frame, again, those relative equal highs, you can see those there really clearly. And again, to me, to go back above those and then break down, if we take out this low here, that would be very bearish if we come back up into it and act as a resistance. But it needs to take out these highs first, then go below this low. And if it does that, that would be a bearish area. I expect a run lower, and then low resistance liquidity run signature here with the higher low than this one. So that would be a potential run to 136 big figure, 135.65. And that's going to be it. I will catch up with you tomorrow in the midweek review. Until then, be safe.